good evening, into the darkness. This is going to be a lovely day today, hopefully. In here we're going to get straight into it. I don't want to chat too much. I want to get into the sort of what's happening in the video, and then we can talk a little bit about it later. But obviously we're going to be spraying the surround for the dials. I'm going to be going red and black, I think. Red rings, black in the centre. I'm pretty sure that's what I've gone for. I'm going to spray it red first, so if I really like it when it's red, I might just stick with it as a red, but I feel like going for a little bit more detail with the two-tone of colour will help me out. I've also been painting these, which I'll be able to show you in a minute. One's already done, but this one is a little bit more of a pain because it's had a few drips. I've started again, and then I rushed it and dripped again, so it's all been a bit of a pain in the back. So yeah, I've got my paint station there, I've got my paint station over here, just painting like mad. It's going to be a nice day today, so I'm going to go outside and sunbathe and come back in and paint, and so on and so forth. But yeah, people have been telling me, and Aaron told me as well, just to obviously say at the start of the video, if you wouldn't mind scrolling down and liking the video, you can always change your mind later. Sub if you're new, and obviously, as you guys always seem to be doing, is leaving all those comments down below, because I love reading them. I love seeing all your likes. We're good for about 10 to 20% worth of views towards likes at the moment, which is pretty decent. So for example, if I get 200 views, I'm at least getting 20 likes plus, which is amazing. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to the guys that always like it every single time. But yeah, let's get into the painting, and have a good day. Alright, so I just sort of scratched it all up, sanded it down, started with 400, then went up to 1000, I think it is, just to make sure it's all nice and smooth. Use some brake cleaner just to clean it off, make sure there's no sort of dust left on it. Microfiber cloth I've just used to wipe that over with a brake cleaner to clean them up. So I've got satin black and red. I've decided to copy what Aaron did on his, because his looks pretty neat. I didn't want to go completely red, I didn't want to go completely black, because I suppose completely black would hide it, but then it doesn't really make it a feature. So then I feel like all this work, you might as well make a little bit of a feature out of it. So I'm going to go for black in the middle and red rings. The red I've got is a toolbox red. I just wanted a bright red. And just to quickly show you, I use my spare handles, door handles. Obviously the ones I've got in the car at the moment are just the standard black, but I'm painting these ones red. I messed this one up, there's a drip. So I have to wait for that and wait for it to dry and sand it back. But if you start with the red, so I'll be sort of focusing on the rings mainly first of all, but I'll be spraying it all over, and I'm going to tape off the rings and just give the middle a couple of coats of black. First stage sort of complete, hopefully. I think it's dry. It's been in there for half an hour or so, but this is what we got so far. I actually really do like it when it's red. I'll show you when it's in there. Let's just imagine. I think it looks pretty good, but I think the two-tone will still look better, so I'm still going to go with the inside being black, but I need to leave this now for a day, maybe 2 days, because I'm also going to need to put some tape around the rings. I was going to use masking tape, but I think initially I'm going to use just some electrical tape, which is red as well, which isn't going to help very much because you can sort of bend and manipulate this a little bit obviously better than masking tape just rips. Alright, so a couple of days later, a couple of days of just drying. I've actually left it for about 2 and a bit days, so I've had Harrison this weekend, and so it was an ideal time just to leave it and let it dry. I just half think about doing it all just red and doing all that, but no, we're going to put some more effort in. So what I've gone with is I'm going to actually use some electrical tape first of all, because I want the electrical tape to follow the ring as it goes around and get a nice sort of clean edge, and then the rest of it will obviously be covered with paper and masking tape to protect that. Right. That's going to be the fiddly bit, is using this. So I'll wrap it over there, and then I can manipulate this tape a little bit better by stretching it, etc., to follow the curve and hopefully get a good one. So we'll time lapse all this, all the black, and then we'll come back when we've lacquered and reinstall it. now it's time to find out if I've messed up and I've got to do it all again. I did about 4 coats black in the end. I did sort of 2 from this way and then 2 from the other way. Let's just hope it doesn't peel the paint off of it. Ooh, that side's good. We got one good side at least. Sorted. Well, looks decent. So we are ever so slightly messy in here, but we are done with all these jobs. Like I said, it's been a few days since we started. I've also just given it a few coats of lacquer as well. Every time I put my fingers on it, I keep getting fingerprints, so I need to remember to wipe those off as soon as it goes back in. But obviously we'll start putting it all back together. That goes in there, and then it all starts coming back together with all the little screws that I've still got left over there. These are painted red. I don't know if I've shown you these yet already, but they've come out really nice. Don't know how they're going to look in the car, but I'm going to put them in once I've got the dials in. For this here, I have given this a little clean up. I just used some polish that we had spare and a little Maguire's pad thing. I just worked it in as best as I can. Someone said about using a machine polisher, but I didn't have one, but that was quite good. It worked quite well. Working that polish in there, and it looks pretty clean except for all my fingerprints and a few minor scratches over it, but it cleaned it up good. I've got a little bit of super glue. Obviously this is going to go on the back, and where these plastic welds are metaled off. That's looking pretty good. I've seen a few people obviously paint this top surround as well, like Aaron and other people that have got the customised dials. So obviously if you bought the custom dials, I can't remember if it does it now, but there's a company on Facebook that still does it, but they're about 60 quid plus, and I'm not paying that. But obviously that makes it like a carbony effect, which is obviously more of a black. So they spray this outer sort of surround as well as this one, so black, and then the accents on the rings, but mine isn't, so this is still going to match that, so I avoided pretty much spraying that to let myself off a little bit, but out of the light. Oh my god, what's that? That's right. But yeah, done. I don't know what everyone else's weather's like, but we are getting roasted. I don't know if a red would look cool, or that would be too much. We'll see. Alright, so we're all back in. I am well happy with that. I have also put them in, but I don't like them. I definitely prefer. I think I've now settled that I want the black handles and I want them back to original. I think. Keep it settled. That's fine as well. I think there's too many like colours on the go. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I'm well happy with that, thankfully. That's it really for tonight's video, just showing you sort of the finished product. Like I said, I'm really happy with it. Let me know what you think, but I've definitely put that back to the black one. So I think it's too much red. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for tuning in as always. Like I said, I know these videos are really very basic and I apologise, but there is sort of, there's a few things coming which should spice things up a little bit, make the car a little bit more interesting, a little bit more how I want it to be. But I got a video soon of all the bits I've bought recently, just as a bit of a show and tell. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in as always. Remember to like, comment and subscribe as you always have been doing, and I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.